Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dylan Bender. I'm the Sports Information Director at Manchester University, host institution here for the NCAA Division III Men's Basketball Final Four. I'm joined here by members of the Wabash College Little Giants. And guys, first off, we're just really excited that to have you here in Fort Wayne. We're excited that this tournament's gone on without a hitch and basketball is finally back. And Coach, I'll start with you. You guys have been well traveled here thus far in this tournament, going down to Emory for the first weekend and then to Illinois Wesleyan. Two of those four games have been true road games, but now you're getting to play in your own home state. So what does it mean to represent the Hoosier State on this stage?
Well, I'd be lying if I didn't say that when the Final Four was announced that it would be in Fort Wayne, that we as a collective group didn't start seeing ourselves here, trying to find a way to see ourselves here. And that sounds lofty, but these guys they put the work in, and so many others do too. But when it starts coming closer to your home state, your goals and dreams, they start lining up. And so we have been well traveled. We're excited to be here. Wabash is going to travel extremely well. The 2.5 hours to Fort Wayne. We had an unbelievable crowd in Atlanta, even better crowd in Bloomington, Illinois, and there's going to be a lot of people here in Fort Wayne that are going to enjoy Wabash Nation coming this direction.
And Jack and Tyler, being Indiana natives, just talk about the experience of representing your state here on this stage, where you're getting to play close to home.
Yeah, it's a dream come true, to put it shortly. We've had this as a goal all season, and to have it come true and to play the Final Four in your home state, it's something you dream of as a kid, and I know we're gonna have a ton of fans, and I can't wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, just to echo that, I remember being a little kid playing travel basketball tournaments up here, making the 2-hour drive up here, and it's kind of surreal that it's all coming and finishing in Fort Wayne, and I just can't express how excited I am to be out here with my teammates and my brothers. And I know we're going to have a great show, and I know Wabash Nation's excited, and we're excited to see them and represent Wabash and just play our hearts out for them.
And Coach, just talk a little bit about your season as a whole and what these older players here sitting next to you have meant to not only this year's team, but this program and what you guys have been able to build to accomplish to get here to Fort Wayne.
Yeah, winning the NCAA and getting to host the conference tournament was a goal that we set really as soon as we took the job 8 years ago, and it had never been done at Wabash. Obviously we have great basketball tradition in our league. Worcester and Wittenberg have always been very good, and others have had their time near and at the top. But like everyone else, living through the pandemic changed the trajectory of the path that we thought we were working towards. So I think it even makes it more sweet that though we had difficulties and had to kind of like in everything that we did survive week to week, month to month, each period of figuring out, are we going to have any normalcy? To be able to continue to do this with these guys that really had bought into my staff and I and our vision of what Wabash could be and why basketball was an important part of their 4-year experience at Wabash, and then to play so well. And that wasn't easy. I caught these two guys once saying that we were going to win them all, and I kind of got irritated with them because I didn't think that they were really giving enough credit to the other people that also wanted to win them all. And we got off to a 1-2 start, and we were 4-3, and there was a couple weeks there that not just me, but none of the three of us were probably very fun to be around. But man, we've improved, and we were good, but we've improved, and the thing that I'm most proud of with these guys is we're still improving. You know, we haven't, you know, you play in the NCAA tournament, every game you're playing against the best. And, you know, we've had some different challenges than we had when we played the teams in our league for a second time, and then in the conference tournament for a third time. You start to figure it out, and you know, you adjust and you improve that way. But you know, in the last 3 weeks, we've continued to get better, and that's really because of their leadership.
Jack,
Dylan,
Tyler. Oh,
There's no audio signal coming out of this right
Okay.
now. Is there any way to get that going, or?
I'm not sure right now.
Okay.
Jack and Tyler, just talk about, to add on to that with Coach, talk about how some of the adversity and the improvement has played a big role in your guys' journey this year.
Yeah, I think early on in the year, like Coach Brum mentioned, I don't know if it was like we just thought we were so talented and go out there and beat guys with our talent, not locking on the little things. And then essentially after our 4-3 start, we kind of had to look in the mirror and say, you know, maybe we're not as good as we think we are. And we needed to focus in on the defensive side of the ball, focusing on the little things that Coach Brum harps on every day. And since we've done that, we've been playing really good basketball. We knew we had the talent all along, but just focusing in on those little things has been huge for us.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, you guys watch practice today. I'm sure Coach Brum and Coach Sawyer are going to be yelling at us today like it's November 1st, always trying to get better. And I think the big thing after that 4-3 start is we really started to buy into Coach Brum and Coach Sully and what they were saying. And Coach Brum probably thinks we're making fun of him when like we start repeating the things he says and try to imitate him and things like that. But you can really tell from it started with the older guys trying to say what he's saying because we believed in him. But then it went all the way down to the younger guys, really trying to repeat what he's saying, really buying in, really believing in one another, and believing that, hey, if we come together, we can be good. But right now, we aren't playing our best basketball to our potential because we aren't doing the little stuff that Coach Brum and Coach Sully harp on every single day.
And you know, these guys I appreciate, and they're right. But the year before was very difficult too. You know, I think a big part of us finding our rhythm was figuring out how we all fit together. You know, like we just didn't fit as well together as we probably envisioned in our mind the first 3 weeks of playing the games. You know, I think these guys they've been really coachable. You know, most proud that they've continued to get more coachable as the year has gone on. But you know, I don't think for one, the 4-3 start. I mean, we lost to Hanover that won their league. You know, there's some disappointment there, but they're a really good team. We lost to Marietta. I mean, they're here. You know, we had another loss that we needed to make some changes. But I think more than anything else, you know, this guy he wasn't with us. You know, for the second half of the school year last year when everything was up in the air, so we could have an opportunity to all be together this year when things came back together. And we improved last year, even though it was an odd way of going about your business. And I think it just took a little while for us to fit together as well as we could.
Alrighty, open it up for questions for Coach or the student athletes.
Kyle, obviously I got to see you guys in November. To me, the biggest change is how well the post guys are playing. You've had at least three games now where you've been playing against bigger teams. What have they been doing that's enabled them to win those battles against bigger guys down low?
They're really physical. You know, Amani Jones is really physical. And, you know, our team, especially our older guys, you know, sometimes our younger guys, they kind of have to get in where they fit in. You know, they got to kind of follow the lead. But our team in general, as you can imagine, for a group of guys from Indiana, they're basketball junkies. You know, so like these guys, they are fans of all. I mean, these two guys, they're in there watching the NCAA tournament right now. Who was playing? Can we say that? Norfolk State. I mean, they were the biggest Norfolk State fans walking around here. They knew their players. You know, they were cheering for them. They love it. And, you know, I think, to your point, like, we have looked at some teams that may not be real tall that have had success. You know, like I'm good friends with the group of guys, and you know it's easy to look at Brad Stevens, but the group of guys that were at Butler when they made 2 trips to the Final Four, and they weren't the tallest group, right? But if you look back, people talk about how physical they were. Every team that played them left there talking about how physical they played. And I think we have that within our group. I mean, both of these guys, not only do they spend hours and hours in the gym shooting, they both have changed their bodies, you know, they lift hard, you know, and our whole team does. But I think, you know, Kellen's a really physical guy, he just fouls too much, you know, so we're trying to figure out how to balance that. Amani is a really physical guy, and our backups have kind of bought into that. They've seen those 2 guys have success, and they work really hard. And I think, you know, just having that mindset that, you know, we're going to look out there and pretty much everybody we're going to play is going to have, you know, a height or a girth advantage compared to our guys. But we're not going to back down to anybody, and we're really confident, and we're gonna be physical when the ball goes up.
Any other questions?
Jack, can you, I'm from Fort Wayne, so I'm just looking a lot at the notes and seeing a lot of the great stats that you put up. How much do you embrace being, you know, kind of the alpha guy, for lack of a better term, a guy that's gonna, you know, have the ball in your hands in big spots like that? I mean, how much do you embrace that role for this team?
I mean, I work hard, so I mean, I enjoy having the ball in my hands in big moments, but to be honest, at the end of the day, we just kind of play together, and a lot of the times the ball ends up in my hands with whatever sets we're running, and my teammates and coaches make it real easy on me. We have so many guys that can score the rock, so many talented guys across our roster, that this year more than ever, I've had more open looks, more sets that lead to open looks for me, and guys like Tyler have taken some of the ball handling duties away, which has led to more scoring opportunities for me. But overall, just playing with these guys is amazing. Amani Jones, Kellen Schreiber, Tyler, I could go down the line. They just make it so easy. We have so many options out there that it's hard to take all of us away.
You both, I think, mentioned playing some travel basketball here. Can you elaborate a little? Do you remember how old you were? I assume nothing was in this building. It was probably at Spies.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing. How old were you?
I think my first trip up here was in 3rd grade.
Okay.
9 years old, and then my last trip was probably going into my senior year, so
Okay.
17 going on 18. So I've been up here. I'm familiar with the area. We have friends from up here, so we're excited. We're excited to be back in the state of Indiana and get to play. As Coach Brumett would like to say, we're the host this week, so we're excited for this week.
So you both played travel here?
Yeah, I've played. I can't remember like the exact times, but I played my fair share of AU tournaments up at Spies. And
It was at Spies? Okay.
Surrounding areas. Yeah.
Okay, great.
How difficult was it, guys, to manage the week and all the things that come with it? Being so close to home, having so many people who are probably calling and wanting to figure out how to get here. How do you keep it normal and prepare for a game?
I think it can be difficult, but I think Coach, our whole staff does a great job of kind of tuning out the noise, just focusing on the task at hand. And we're a really senior-laden group, and we understand what's ahead of us. So while we appreciate all the noise and support, and it's been a really fun week, we know what's ahead of us, and we're really focused on the task at hand.
I agree. We're here to embrace the moment, of course, but we know the job's not finished. So can't wait to get out there today, practice, and then go to film tonight and be ready to go tomorrow.
Yeah, these guys, they've planned on being here. You know, I've said this often. You know, these guys have heard me say it, and it somewhat has, you know, it's kind of shot. You know, it's gone against what I thought. You know, I really believed we would have had this opportunity a year ago, and maybe not the opportunity of being in the Final Four, because that's such a, you know, so many teams could be here, right? But getting to the tournament and then winning in some games and going on the trips, it is different. Wabash has really supported us. You know, I mean, you know, we found out that we were going to Atlanta on Monday at 1 o'clock, and we were on a bus on Tuesday at 6:30. You know, and our faculty, like they know that this is something special. You know, and it really wouldn't have mattered if it was the NCAA tournament or if it was a game in late November. You know, like we have an unbelievably supportive faculty that really embrace student athletes, and you know, like it's somewhat been easy to get off campus and kind of figure out, all right, hey, we got these assignments due. We're going to study at this time. We're going to, you know, eat. Like we've tried to do it all kind of together, and I think these guys will remember that for the rest of their lives because of it.
Any further questions? Alrighty, good luck tomorrow, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thanks.